Well, it has been 10 months since I was last on this site. It was a magnificent day of May, typical of some of those days in PE with a slight berg wind blowing, and you wouldn't have thought that we were nearing the middle of summer. But the Van Staden's Valley is of course as beautiful as it always is. But here we are with the house Rhino completed, and I'm very privileged to have been invited back to look at what has been achieved here. And all of the promises which were made have borne fruit, and I'm absolutely astounded. The amount of technology which has been put in place here in the way it should be is mind-blowing. And the use of materials, the recycled materials, recycling of water, but all in the names of sustainability and looking after the three pillars thereof. In other words, the environmental, the economic and social aspects of sustainability. My focus is on the energy aspects, and I've done an energy modelling of the house Rhino, applying the strict prescriptive rules of SANS 10400XA. This building was set to run at 172 kilowatt hours per square metre per annum, but with all of the improvements that have been made and tweaking of the design, as in better performance walls with the Aruba wall system, generous use of shading of windows and other passive measures such as the exposed concrete flooring and so on, this building, I estimate, will run at approximately 158 kilowatt hours per square metre per annum. Now, that would be the performance of the building if it was drawing mains electrical energy from Eskom or from the council. But in point of fact, we have 74 photovoltaic panels on the roof, which are going to provide way in excess of the likely power usage of the structure. I anticipate that at peak cooling requirement, this building will draw 6.5 kilowatts of energy for the heat pumps and fans and such like equipment. And that is something approaching a third of the installed photovoltaic capacity. And of course, when the sun is shining, the photovoltaic equipment is giving off electrical energy. And that, of course, can be used to power the cooling equipment. So it's making optimal use of the warm climate, the high levels of solar radiation, and giving the occupants of the house the benefit of the environment. The house has magnificent large window areas. Some 80% of net floor area is fenestration. And the natural light which the building gets is really to be appreciated by those who are going to live here. I have had my horizons stretched by the technology which has been introduced here. I really have had my eyes open to what can be achieved. This will be a zero energy house. It will recycle all water. Rainwater will be preserved. There's a grey water and a black water system which produces methane gas, which can be used in the kitchen for cooking. And even renewable energy sources such as firewood cut from alien trees around here can be used in the fireplace, and through a very ingenious heat exchanger mechanism, part of that heat can be recovered and finds its way in the hot water system. So all in all, it's an inspirational building, and it has been a great privilege for me to be able to come in and view this progress, and I hope to be involved into the future with the monitoring of the performance of the building. This monitoring will be undertaken over the next 6 months by 3 German students, and they have some good measurement and monitoring equipment to monitor all of these parameters that are of interest. And I certainly will be very interested to see how the modelling bears up with the facts, with the reality.